Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I have a special guest today. I'm very, very excited. Cheryl Laatsch. Cheryl Laatsch is an astrologer and so much more. I met her a few months ago, and I'll have her introduce herself.
So excited to be here. And literally, the reason I met the people that I met came from crazy corporate bullshit that happened to me. And I'm so grateful for the people that I've met like you. And so thank you for having me. And yeah, so my name is Cheryl Laatsch. I'm an evolutionary astrologer. I've been an astrologer, been studying it professionally and passionately, obviously, since 2016, and then got certified, was in a 2-year certification program, and now I'm just happily teaching through Happy Soul, and I'm also doing lots and lots of readings. My passion. It's my pure joy to watch people just transform. I found astrology because shit hit the fan during my Saturn return. And for those of you who don't, I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to this podcast have heard the term Saturn return, but I didn't know what the fuck that was. Excuse me, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
explicit. I made sure it was explicit.
Okay, good. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I was 29 turning 30. I lost both of my parents within 6 weeks of each other. I got married. I was promoted at work. I found out that I was pregnant when I didn't want to be pregnant yet. I wasn't even married yet. My parents had just died, like just wasn't ready. And everything happened at once within like 6 months. That was my Saturn return. I had to sell my childhood home. Then during that time, I was OCD, I was insomnia, I was just everything. Shit hit the fan. That was my Saturn return. And that's when I started. I didn't know what it was at the time, but once I made it through, I was like, geez, that's what that was. And I started learning more and more. And then I went down all sorts of rabbit holes. And here I am, few years later, and just a little more wise in the language.
And how has astrology influenced your life? Like, what made you fall in love with it?
The fact that I can literally see how things might potentially unfold. I can literally look up my year ahead birth chart or my solar return chart now that I can interpret and understand. And I can see when certain months are going to be activated for me. It's like a guided map that like literally speaks to me every single time I open my computer, and I do it for clients all the time. It speaks to me. The chart is telling me. There are so many different things that I could say to somebody, but I always specifically know exactly what to pick out when I'm doing a reading for somebody. And that's astrology. That's obviously intuition mixed in with it in the art of interpretation, but it just, it's a map that's available to everybody that can help you along your way so that you know, oh my God, shit's hitting the fan. That's why it's hitting the fan. It's hitting the fan in this area of my life. This, and you can just see it. You can see it all. And just seeing people's faces and when they like awaken and they like really start to understand their awareness, the awareness of their awareness, and like, wow, this all makes sense. Life is happening for me, not to me, you know? And
Yes,
when you see that happen, that click moment, I'm sure you see that with your clients as well. You're just like, oh, okay. Like it just, it's
love
nice.
that.
Clarity. Yeah.
I love the validation that it gives. Like for me, I mean, well, first of all, it's an art.
Yeah.
And I learned that it was an art through Cheryl, to be honest. Seeing her talk about the planets and the intricacies and the houses and just like, well, you're an intuitive channel, but the art that it takes to know all the little details about it and then to give a specific reading, like each chart, even though sometimes they can be similar and like, yeah, we can have the same suns or the same, but the way that it will work for you is specific for you because of the house placements, the aspects, like it's such an intricate system and it's designed specifically for like each individual person, and it's such an art to read it. But for me, like it really helped validate a lot of my feelings. And my like I'm a Cancer, but I'm born on the last day of Cancer, so I'm a Cancer Leo cusp. And I've been told my
Such a
whole life, oh,
Leo,
you're
such a Leo you
such a
are. But
Leo,
anyway,
such a
that's
Leo.
fine.
Yeah.
I digress. I digress.
Such a Leo. And it's like, my whole life I'm like, oh, you're a Cancer, you're a Cancer, you're a Cancer. And people always told me the shadow sides of Cancer. And so that's who I was identifying with, and that's who I became. That's who I was. So when I started to
It's
learn more
funny,
about
eh? You
astrology,
morph into what people tell you and what you're hearing, and it's like that
yeah,
doesn't feel right, but I'm
yeah,
being morphed into it.
exactly. And so when I started to learn more about Leo, and I was like, oh my God, I've been suppressing this for so long. That's why I'm so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable, and just didn't feel like myself, and just didn't feel like nobody could see me. I was like, no one can see me. And it's like, well, yeah, no shit, because you're not being authentic.
Right, exactly. You're
you
you're
know?
being told that this is how you're supposed to be. Well, that's what it says.
Hmm.
It's not lying. The birth chart does say that, but it says so much more.
Yeah,
You're Leo. We could go on and on about this, like the
yeah.
progressed sun, which I think we've talked about. Everybody has a progressed sun, and you're already probably past Leo, getting almost into Virgo at this point.
Oh yeah.
You're almost 30.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
And
I
so
can
you're
feel
going to
that.
start taking on that archetype as the sun progresses through each sign. So it's so.
Yeah.
And the other part, one point I wanted to make is that a lot of people don't understand when you're looking up your sign and reading about yourself, look up your rising sign. Everybody makes the mistake of looking up their sun. If I relate my sun sign, which is also Taurus, which I'm a rising Taurus, right? So I understand both. I am now way more Gemini than I am Taurus sun. I'm storytelling, I'm talking, I'm communicating more. I'm taking on that, doing workshops without feeling nervous or uncomfortable because I'm now in Gemini. It's like I took on that archetype. I'm 40, turning 44 this year. So I'm far into Gemini. Isn't it cool how
I love
it
that.
all plays together? And it's just, yeah, people need to understand you got to look up your rising sign.
Yeah.
And the rising sign horoscope will resonate with you always more than the other two.
Yeah,
More
because
accurate.
my rising is a Leo.
Right? It's just more
I'm a double
accurate
Leo.
with your rising signs. Yes. That's how astrology gets a bad rap because people like that doesn't sound like me. People like you, it's Cancer Sun.
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening in my
Yeah.
horoscope. That doesn't even make sense because you're a
Well,
Leo. Anyway,
it's Cancer Sun in the 12th house,
right. It's
right?
all at the end of the hero's journey if we compare
Right.
it to Cheryl, right? End of the journey.
Yeah. End of the journey, the most inner parts of myself, that the secret no one knows, you know. And it's interesting, like, this is a leads into my energy healing modalities, and I'm,
I'm so
learning.
excited, by the way, for that.
I'm
Sorry
so
for
excited.
interrupting. I can't
Yeah,
wait to do that.
I'm so excited. That's going to be coming out hopefully early March, hopefully sooner than that, for everyone else. But I'm like, that's, I feel like that's like Cancer, that's like,
Yes,
that's
that's your
the energy
nurturing.
healing, the nurture, and like that feels like home. Like all the Leo stuff is all the business stuff, but the energy healing is that's the home part,
Yes,
So it's
that's what
like,
you were born into.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it's both, but such a Leo.
such a Leo. Well, Leo is like it's all about the performer. It's all about being like in front of people. It's having that big lion heart. Like think of the lion in the Wizard of Oz, like he's the heart guy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It is hard. Oh, it's such a heart. The thing is, and I, people always talk about the shadow sides of all the signs. It's like, can we talk about the positive signs? Because
Yeah.
Leo, like people keep talking about the shadows, and it's like, no, like Leos actually have a really big heart. They're
Yes.
expressive and they're out there and they want to give to the world. They're generous,
Yes.
and they're leaders, and they're like heart centered. They're
Think
such
about
green
it.
energy.
It's the sign, it's ruled by the sun.
Yeah.
That's the giver of life. It's the self-expression. It is expression. It is the sun. Like that's Leo.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's
So
so
good.
good. Leo's so good. It's very important. And it rules
Okay.
the fifth house, which is the most fun. But anyways, keep going.
So, okay. I don't know where we're gonna begin,
I
but
know there's too many things.
2024. 2024. We
Crazy.
are in the age of Aquarius, my friends. So if
Yeah.
you've heard about this, you might be wondering, WTF? I don't understand. We are here to explain. Cheryl is that Pluto in Aquarius. We are super excited. Um, so what is Pluto in Aquarius? What were we previously in? And what can we expect for 2024? It's a loaded
Okay.
question, but
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, first we should probably break down like what Pluto is. Pluto is the archetype or like the lord of the underworld. He is the symbol of,
Hades.
yes, he is the symbol of underworld, but also transformation, right? And so Pluto is named after the Roman god of the underworld. That also speaks to our fascination with the unknown and like the hidden depths of existence, that 12th house shit that you're talking about. Pluto also rules the 8th house, which is all about death, rebirth, regeneration, transformation. Psychologically, Pluto represents the subconscious. It's all about, you know, the unseen forces that drive the transformation, that drive the renewal. And so this association that Pluto has with death and rebirth also taps into kind of the fundamental aspect of human nature. It's like the desire for change, but also the understanding of our deepest fears. And so that's kind of the archetype of Pluto. Did I go too fast or too far?
No, that's good.
Right? I'm not trying
Keeping
to
it all
scare
up. I
anybody.
love it. It's
Yeah,
juicy.
it's juicy. It's juicy. One of the cool facts that I talked about in the Pluto and Aquarius workshop that I did is that Pluto has a heart shape made of ice on its surface, and NASA took a picture of it. I wish I could show, but this is a podcast. And it's really, really cool. It's known as, I can't pronounce it, Baugh, Tombaugh Regio, which is like the region of like the ice in the heart shape that it's on. And we were never able to see that because Pluto is so freaking far away. And so I thought that was really cool because it like the presence of a heart shape made out of ice kind of like gives that human nature. It makes Pluto more a symbol of love and affection on that cosmic scale. It's like, no, it's okay. Like this death and regeneration and rebirth and transformation, it's amazing. It always sets you on a whole new path that you never ever could have imagined, you
It's not
know?
boring.
Right. It's not boring. And I love that there's a heart on him. Like that's so cute.
I love that.
Yes. I'm just gonna couple more things about Pluto. Pluto has a very, very complex orbit. It takes 248 years for him to travel around the sun. And so the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 246 years ago, during the French Revolution, the American Revolution, the Industrial Revolution. You're getting the picture here. All the crazy transformative shit that was going on in the world at that time was the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, and those types of themes, which I'm getting ahead of myself, is kind of what's predicted to come just on a more modern 2024 level, I guess. And so very complex orbit, very complex seasons. Like I think that Pluto's seasons last for over 40 Earth years, because it moves so slow and it's so goddamn far away. And so it's just a very bizarre nature of its orbit. It's very small. It has really so much power for being it was named a dwarf planet, but it's like when the slower moving planets, when they move into a new sign, or when they make a big move or adjustment or a big aspect to another planet, you feel it. That's why it's such a big deal. It doesn't matter the size of it. It's like it takes 248 years for it to move back. You feel it. You're going to notice the changes. And so that's kind of a little background on Pluto. Keep going.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have any more, like, do you have any questions about any of that part, or?
No, actually, you did have a prompt at the end of your slides there of I just want everyone to maybe look up their charts and see where Pluto is in their charts.
Oh, yes.
That would
Sorry.
be, yeah. You should look
Yes.
up where it is in your chart because that will tell you, if I'm not mistaken, that will tell you where your transformation, death, and rebirth phases are.
Yes. Yes. Is there, okay, I can't share a screen. Right. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, you can go to astro dash, don't forget the dash, charts.com. It's just a very simple, easy one to use. You have to know your time of birth. It will spit out your natal chart for you. And then along the outer side, you will see the names of the zodiac signs along the outside of the circle. I'm drawing it and no one can see me. It's like this. Yeah, so around the outer sides, you're going to see the names of the zodiac signs. And then on the inner sides, you're going to see the numbered houses. And then that's going to tell you where Aquarius is in your chart, because that's
Pluto.
where Pluto is. Did I explain?
Oh.
Yeah. Was that too hard to grasp with my circle drawing? So astrocharts.com, and you just want to find what house does Aquarius rule? Where is Aquarius in that circle chart? And that's how you know where shit is hitting the fan.
Okay. For this year.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Even for the past, if you want to look at what's been going down in your life so far, like for me, my example is, so Pluto was in Capricorn. Capricorn in my chart is the 10th house. The 10th house is career. And as soon as Capricorn went into my 10th house in Capricorn, I was fired. And I was fired for astrology being a conflict of interest because Pluto was tearing up my 10th house of career. Transformation, death, rebirth. I had the death of a 20-year career when it was in Capricorn. I'm so ready and so happy that Pluto is now in Aquarius.
Yeah.
Get out of my 10th house
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. And I want to say for everyone listening, if you're ready for the transformation is probably gonna come and happen, whether we like it or not. But we can always set the intention that it is for our highest and best, the most joyful, miraculous way possible.
That's
For
exactly
our
it.
highest and best. Set the intention that's for your highest and best. So that, we're not, it's not going crazy over here. But it might to lead you on the right path. Because
Right.
sometimes that happens. It happened to me when I started my Saturn return, but my Pluto is in Scorpio. So
Your Pluto was in Scorpio. When you were what?
my Pluto's in Scorpio, like on my chart.
Oh, on your chart. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
it went from Scorpio to Aquarius. Like, I'm
No,
not
no,
sure it moves that fast.
it's Scorpio. And then it's, yeah, I don't know. That's where it is on my chart.
Yes. Yeah,
So
for me it is too.
yeah, it's Scorpio. Yeah.
Yeah, because it moves so slow. So basically, all of us have it there. And
Yeah.
that's why we feel it so much. Think about the United States. Everybody's talking about the United States and why is shit hitting the fan, financial, da da da, all these things. Like, the United States just had their Pluto return because it's been 248 years since it was in that, like, that's when it's for the United States particular. Like,
Yeah.
they're having their Pluto return
Yeah.
in the chart of the United States. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah.
Birth
And
chart.
we're definitely going to talk about Pluto being in Aquarius, but I also want to say, with all of this change and transformation, again, I'm setting the intention that it's for the highest and best. But what this really is reminding me of is, in the spiritual space, we keep talking about the new earth and the new
Yeah.
earth phase and anchoring in divine light, divine love and healing and anchoring in new earth structures in terms of like tangible structures in terms of workday, work-life balance, new systems, like just, new money systems. In the spiritual space, we're really talking about new earth and what that's going to look like for us in
Yeah.
creating just, a better, more fulfilled divine love life. And I'm literally seeing this in all areas and all aspects. And like we're talking about Pluto and all the change and transformation that's going to change, like that's going to come of that. And I'm literally seeing like the energy is ripe. So what it is like the energy, because of the way that Pluto is sitting, it's the energetic wave that like the momentum. So we have it's all um a cluster of energy right
Yeah.
now of change and transformation. We get to direct the wave.
We
We get to set
do.
the
Yeah, it's
intention.
so
Yes.
good.
We get to
So
direct
good.
the intention and the wave. So like, this is why, my whole platform is really spreading divine love, anchoring divine love and healing and community and connection and anchoring in the new earth templates in whatever form that's going to take for each individual person. It's going to be different.
Totally,
But like
totally. And
use
think about like the good that came, some of the good that came out of when Pluto was in Capricorn, right? Because on a global scale, like in 2008, everybody knows what happens. Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008.
yeah.
What happened in, everyone knows, we had a financial structures, everything crumbled.
Yeah.
Right. But some of the good that came from it, we also had the very first African American president in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. And so like that was good leadership change, like there's good structural change that came from it. Right. We had a lot of political protests that surged because in 2009, 2010, what was it? The Tea Party movement. Then the Haiti earthquake also happened in 2010. It was the deadliest in history. Huge humanitarian crisis happened there, but it was a complete reconstruction of Haiti and the nation's capital. And now it had to be torn down to be rebuilt again. So yeah, really crazy changes happened, but some good came from it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like it's important to focus on the positive things. It's important to feel emotions and let them out, but important to focus on all the positive stuff so that we can use that energetic wave for good, because we can direct it into a positive way collectively rather than just letting it do whatever it wants. It's like, let's do something constructive with this energy here. What are we going to
Exactly.
create,
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
So, all right, Pluto and Aquarius.
So yeah, Pluto and Aquarius. So I'm sure, I mean, everyone's feeling the AI thing. I don't know how everyone feels about AI, but AI is like, you don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. Um, like everything is going to be computerized. Everything's already starting to get that way. Even currency is going to be like, everything is a computer at this point. Everything is AI. And I think the scary thing about that, I love the whole AI thing, by the way, getting ideas and helping with like I'm not doing it all for you, but I think that it's pretty cool that what it can do. Have you used it? Have you like tried
Yeah,
playing with
I have a lot to
it?
say on that. Yep.
Okay, talk to me about it, because this is not going away. Now it's going to be huge. It is going to explode.
Yeah. The thing is, okay, so there is a lot to say about this, and there is an energy behind it in terms of we're going to talk about spirituality, but I think, as long as we're staying true and authentic to our frequency and to our truth, then, you know, we're still going to be attracting in our desires.
Right.
It's important to stay authentic to your truth. For me, for an example, I'm not so good at the writing piece. I'm good at speaking. I'm not good at writing. So I can tell you
Nothing.
about stuff, but if you're gonna go to my website and I'm gonna write about stuff, it may not sound pretty, but I can talk pretty. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, because I'm the same way. And so
Yeah,
this AI thing, I'm like, write
it's
out this,
helpful.
this is what it needs to say. Oh my God. I'm just
Yeah,
like, this is amazing. Like it helped me write an email, for example, to my lawyer.
yeah,
Here are the key points I need to outline. And it wrote like in a lawyer tone, like I
yeah,
knew what I was talking about,
yeah.
you
So for an
know?
example, yeah, exactly. That's a great point. And my on my Instagram, I have these little flowers. They're so pretty. These little flowers, and I'm actually gonna get my sister to paint one. It's gonna be my logo. But I have these
Ooh,
like roses, and like it's AI, you know?
see, yes. And have you seen the Happy Soul ads and stuff like that that Joey does?
Yeah,
He creates these crazy AI masterpieces out of
yeah,
crystals and like just so cool.
yeah. I mean, I think it's helpful. The thing is, like, for me, is like it's a time saver one, and it looks nice, it looks pretty. I like it, so it's still authentic to my frequency. I'm still generating it because you type in, it's on Canva or whatever, right? So I
Yeah,
just type in like pink, purple flower, white background, whatever. And then like it just will make a bunch of pictures and then I pick the one that I like. So it's still authentic to my frequency, but I don't have to sit there, draw it, create it. Like, and it's just saving time because it literally took 5 seconds, right? So
so
it's a
good.
time saver. And I also feel like, with the technology, you know, I like in terms of spiritually and energetics, we want to protect ourselves from EMFs and um what is it, radiation, whatever, right? We do want to protect ourselves from that, but as an energy healer and someone who teaches on protections, like there's nothing that can affect my energy if I let it or don't
No,
let it,
you
right?
don't let it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's all
So
in your power.
it's all in your power. Like
Yes.
I don't have too much technology, but like everything I do is basically online. So like I put a bubble of protection around my computer to protect myself from EMFs. Like there's tools that we can do, and if we can also set the intention, like I am not letting the technology affect my energy. I'm not going to let it. I do think it's important to be in person, but at the same time, some of this technology that's going to come out is going to help people in the like the how do I explain that? The jobs, how I explain this just so that people can understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I know. As I
With
was
the
drawing.
jobs, yeah, like there are tons of jobs out there that we don't need to be doing. Not
Yes.
tons, maybe some jobs that we don't need to be doing. And that will help people to actually find the passion and what they actually want to be doing, what they actually want to create for this earth, you know?
Exactly.
And if it's about money, then we need to create new money structures. Because if you have that job, you hate that job, and an AI can do it, and you don't need to be doing it, and you hate it, but you're doing it because of the money, then we got to create new money structures. Because that's not
Absolutely.
right.
And
That's not
that's
New Earth. New
it's
Earth
gonna
is
happen.
creating new money structures so that we're creating and doing the things that we love, that are passionate for us, and that we're creating, collaborating in community. That's how I
Yes.
see it, And like we
Love
don't
it.
need to be doing the other stuff.
So
you
true.
know?
Yeah. No, I love
So
that.
yeah. So that's how I feel about that. I mean, there's more to say on that. And I know there's a lot of
People are gonna
opinions out there, but
abuse. And who's got the power of all of this AI and how does it affect the kids in school? And
yeah.
like,
Well, yeah, like
I
well,
mean,
especially
if
for
I was a
kids.
student right now, I'd be using it for all my essays, for all my stuff. I wouldn't be learning anything.
Yeah. So that's a whole other like for
Like,
kids, I don't think it's good.
no,
I don't like it.
no,
Um, for adults and the way that we're going to create these structures, I mean, it can be helpful. But again, yeah, the shadow side of it is using it in school. So I think it's our responsibility as the adults, as the one teachers, the ones who are going to be raising these kids to um, help facilitate learning in a non-AI way. Like, we have to be able to use our brain power.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And some more of the good that'll come from this is the environmental innovation. Like the earth, Earth. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
There's going to be some really cool new, I think anything innovative on a positive level
in a
as well.
positive way. Yeah,
Positive way.
yeah. Which,
Yes.
which is why, in terms of all these things coming out like astrology and spirituality and human design and all these things, it's like we need to connect back with ourselves so we can connect back with mission, which connects us to divine source, which will help us bring in these new structures of what's going to be helpful for our planet. With
Yeah.
the agriculture, helping Mother Nature, um, resourcing energy, like, we're getting off topic, we're getting a whole other topic, but this is Pluto and Aquarius. This is the new age. This is,
100%.
creating these new structures.
What house is Aquarius for you? Do you remember?
It
Pull up
is
your
seven.
chart.
It's the seventh house and it's my descendant.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Pluto's, yeah. Yeah.
Relationships.
Yeah. Deep transformation. I mean, unexpected, sudden upheaval, destruction, tearing down of relationships, and then redoing. You saw what happened to me when it was in 10th house Capricorn. You guessed
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you're ready
already,
for it. You're like, okay, bring
yeah.
it.
Well, because I've gone through that a bunch of times already. So,
Yeah, you had to like let it all out, get the gunk out, and then choose a new, yeah.
yeah,
Aquarius is all about chosen tribe and community.
yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah.
and, February, this is kind of off topic, but also on topic because we're talking about Pluto and Aquarius.
Yeah.
Um, Feb, Feb is going to be, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, it's going to be about relationships, like romantic relationships and partners. And, twin flames, I don't say that word lightly because a lot of people misuse that term, but, soulmates, people coming together in partnership, like there's going to be a lot of transformation there. So when you said, Aquarius in the seventh house, which is mine, which is relationships, there's going to be a lot of change and transformation in February. So,
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, it starts off kind of like quiet. And you're just like, okay, this is fine. The weather's been good too. But then it's going to start, yeah, there's going to be some like sudden, abrupt, weird things. It's also a leap year this year,
yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
29 days this year in February.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
We got an extra day, which is energetically, I haven't tuned into that yet. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Energetically, it's weird.
Yeah, I know somebody who was born on that day, the 29th. It's like, do you not have a birthday?
It's so weird.
1 year, you just don't have a birthday. But really, if your birthday is when the sun gets back to the exact degree of your chart. Sometimes that might be May the 3rd, 1 year, like for me. Do you know what I mean? People don't realize
Ooh,
that. Yeah. Your sun has to get right back to 29 degrees Cancer. And however many minutes. I forget how many minutes you have. I think your chart is at.
6:23.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Wow. Okay, I need to look that up this year.
Yeah, look it up because
I'm
you'll
gonna
be like,
have two
oh, I'm
birthdays.
celebrating my birthday. It's technically your birthday when it gets right to that same point. And especially since you're on a cusp at the 29th
Oh, it's
degree.
probably in Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do your solar return for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So fun.
All
Another type
right.
of routine.
Oh my God. So, I mean, we've been talking a lot about Pluto and Aquarius. This is everything we've been talking about is what's going to be going down for Pluto and Aquarius. How long is this cycle?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
Anchoring in new
it's
Earth
just
temperature.
starting for you too. Like it's you yeah.
Yep.
Like what I mean is your house isn't broke, like it's exactly on the line of the house,
Yeah. Oh,
right? And yeah.
yeah, it's right there, just after Cap.
Yeah. So well right now, oh actually hang on, I just pulled up your chart. So the yellow line is actually in the sixth house. So it starts in your sixth house of health. Right now, Pluto is sixth house of health. Do you see where I'm looking?
No, because I don't have that chart that you have here.
Okay,
I
so
have
hold on.
my pattern app.
Okay, shoot. Okay, so Pluto, oh, can I share a screen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Disabled, you disabled it, I can't.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Did
Just
I
so I can
did I
explain.
do it now?
Yeah, now we're good. Okay, so
Okay.
just so you can see what I'm talking about. So Pluto, here's the line where Capricorn ends. You see that? Right beside the number 35 there? Am I sharing my screen even?
No, you
Oh,
started sharing it, but I think you got to click something.
it says your screen share is loading. Weird. Point is, Pluto is currently in your sixth house
Uh-huh.
until it gets to 3 degrees, 35 minutes of Aquarius. So it will enter your seventh house. It moves really slow. So I'm going to pull out my ephemeris since my screen isn't working. My screen share. So 3 degrees. When does Pluto get 3 degrees Aquarius? Three degrees Aquarius. 2028? Nope. We'll go back a little bit further. Oh my God, it moves so slow. And he goes retrograde.
Yeah,
So
I got
2027. In 2027, it will enter, Pluto will enter your seventh house, 3 degrees 35. December, December 3rd, 2026.
you
That's
got the exact date. I got to write this
exactly.
down.
Yes. December 3rd, 2026. That's when it enters your relationship house. So right now, he's messing up he's still in your sixth house, which he was when he was in Capricorn too. So now it just moved into Aquarius in your sixth house, which is going to bring more of the innovation or like the individuality and uniqueness in how you run your daily routines, in new technologies and how you run your business and your day-to-day life and your daily habits, all the sixth house stuff. You still have that for a couple of years, which is actually what
Makes
you're doing
sense.
in business right now.
That makes sense. That feels good. That feels good. And then it's gonna shake up shit in my relationships. That's great.
Yeah,
Great.
you're ready for it. You're like, yeah, shake shit.
Um, you know what? The heart can only take so much, man.
You're Leo. You got this.
Maybe it's good. You know what? I'm setting the intention that it's good. It's all good.
Yeah, it
All
will
good
be. Life,
stuff.
life is meant to be fun. It is.
Oh.
Even
Oh,
when
it
it's
is.
stressful.
It is so rich. Oh,
It is.
it's so
It's
rich.
so cool. Like, what are we doing? And we're living in a time like 246 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so cool. I'm so excited to see, what what's going to come about. I mean, we had a lot of revolutionary stuff going down um, in the 1800s. And is that how long ago it was?
Yeah,
246? 17?
1778.
17? Oh,
1778. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of revolutions. We don't want any of those things, but if you think about it, it's already happening.
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's you know let's
Yep.
we got to make it in a good way so that people, the dream is people feeling inspired and supported and held and safe.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And the world is so small, and use the technology to build your dreams.
Yeah.
Find the
Well,
positive in it.
the thing is with the technology is there's so many ways to make money now, right?
Yep.
So we are fortunate at a time where we have many different systems and structures where we actually can innovate, and have different ways to make money where, like, our parents, grandparents, ancestors didn't have that. They didn't have that opportunity to do whatever they wanted, or to innovate, or to, like, have a million ways to make money, because there's literally a million ways to make money.
There's so
Um,
many different ways.
yeah, so many ways, and like we
Into
can
it.
create new ways. People will get into it, and it's helpful in, if you look up your charts in astrology and human design and whatever, you can figure out the best ways for you to make money too. I know we're getting into money, but I
Absolutely.
think this is helpful in terms of talking about new structures. um yeah.
For anybody who has a Capricorn rising, will have Aquarius on their second house. So anybody who's listening and you know your rising sign is Capricorn, Capricorn is then your first house, which is where Pluto is now leaving, and going into your second house, which is all about how you make money. So somebody that you and I both know who has a Capricorn rising is Samim. And look at how
Oh,
he's transforming and different ways of making money from what he's used to, and like it's a completely different path he's now on.
yeah, yeah.
So it's really cool to like know and look and see. So any Capricorn risings, new transformation, death and rebirth, and what you value, and your assets, and how you make money, how you receive money, all of those juicy things. I
That's
don't know
awesome.
why I would be excited for that.
Hmm.
Go to my second house, do it. Or my eighth. That's other people's money,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
I mean, there's so many ways to make money. Is like, you can get money from random things, random
Oh,
things
here.
coming in.
Yes.
Be careful, say that with a grain of salt, but you know, shit
Yeah.
happens. Shit happens. You're the one person who knows that it can be unexpected. You're a
Oh
great
my
example of
God.
that. It can be unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be completely unexpected and totally
Yeah,
devastating. It can be. It can be really devastating. You don't think that there's any way, like, what are you going to do? You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose all the things that were going through my mind at the time. But now looking back, I'm sitting here talking to you going, okay, I'm fine. I'm
yeah.
fine. In fact, I'm better than fine because I get to talk about astrology and help people. Like,
Yeah, yeah, we're still in the human experience, so, all the emotions and all the turmoil and all, it's valid, 100%. It's real. And I go through my stuff too, and I yeah,
you
yeah.
have a good way of releasing, though.
Yeah, I mean, laughing and crying is the two main ways.
Yeah, I know, but you actively like try to do that
Oh yeah. The
when
thing
you're
is
feeling
like,
it.
yeah, well, it's helpful for with my, I'm used to transmuting, and I'm used to change and death and rebirth and expressing emotions. Um, and I like, it's a skill. I think it's a skill, but also too in terms of learning energy work and energy healing. I am I know, like, I'm accustomed to it. I'm accustomed to it because I know that, it's a responsibility to be an energy healer, if I'm going to be honest. I don't take it lightly, for sure. It is. for it fills my heart and it makes me feel like home and it lights my soul on fire. So
Yep,
it's what I'm here to do.
that's what you're here
Uh,
to do.
it's
Yep,
what I'm here, but I don't take it lightly. And I think it's really important to understand like when we're doing energy work, it's literally like you have two clients a day and the rest of the day you're on the floor.
100%. Yeah,
You
yep.
know, you like the I think there's so many ways that people do energy healing that we don't understand because I would consider what you do as energy healing.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
100%. It takes me 3 hours to determine what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna
Yeah.
choose to talk about, like, what do they need to hear from me? Like, it takes a long time.
It's
It's
transmuting
super
energy.
frustrating.
Yeah, because what's happening, like in just terms of my perspective and what I'm seeing from you and how, as I'm tuning in, it's like what you're doing. Like first of all, you're intuiting that information. So you're taking that information, you're intuiting it, but you're also transmuting energy. You're tuning into that person's energy, and you know, it's almost like you're helping them work through stuff. And as you're doing the reading, they're releasing and they could be crying, they could be laughing, they could be whatever. Like
Oh,
that is energy healing.
nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've literally had all of those things.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave all of Cheryl's info below.
Love it. Yes, please do.
All the workshops and sign ups and all the different links. Um, but is there anything else you wanted to say about Pluto being in Aquarius?
I'm just excited to watch it all unfold. Maybe we'll do another, let's see how it goes from
Yeah.
now until like, I don't know, a certain time. And just see any of the new things. Let's keep an eye on the news, some new technologies, some new, what's his name? Elon Musk app. Did you hear about the app that he's doing, the money making app?
No?
Oh yeah.
A little nervous.
All sorts of stuff popping up already with this Pluto shit.
Okay.
So I think we regroup again in a few months.
What I will say is please use discernment for yourself.
Yeah,
We got lots of good things. Tune into your intuition and what resonates for you. Because people will be coming out with lots of stuff. We got to make sure we're doing what's right for us.
that's right. Exactly.
Uh
Love
yeah,
it.
I'm excited to see more stuff in space, if I'm gonna be honest.
Like so many cool things. I'm obviously all over NASA. Like I'm just always Googling for pictures for I just
Yeah.
there's so many cool things that they now see.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that they're keeping from us, like aliens and
Oh,
all that stuff.
yes.
That's gonna start really coming out now. That is so Aquarius, Pluto. Are you kidding
Oh,
me? The truth
yay.
shall prevail. They're walking amongst us. Don't even get me started on this rabbit hole. They are. But anyways, that's fine.
Oh yeah. This audience knows. Oh yeah.
They know. They know. Yeah. Now it's finally gonna be like, yeah, they're yeah, of course there's the
Um,
difference.
well, if we're gonna talk about, aliens are star seeds, right? So if we're gonna talk about that, we're listening to one, two, both of
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
right? Like,
Yeah.
right? Um, uh, you know, they we such a complicated thing to get into, but it's like also not complicated at all, depending on your perspective, and how much you are into the space. But in terms of the alien visitors, just like humans, there are good and not good. So just use your discernment. And I was gonna say, I like to astral travel a lot and visit the galactic beings. I'm gonna be doing that more and more now.
God, I love that.
Love it. But I want to see more in the physical is what I want. Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
I'm
I feel
like,
like this, oh wait, these next 20 years, what this is gonna bring.
yeah. Yeah.
Man.
And I hope it's not hope. The intention is that it's all good.
Yep.
Intention and that it's all in divine love and divine service. Creating an earth where we can all commune and be together and live off the earth, and do what we desire and create art and
Yep.
just dance, like be in joy.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Cheryl would teach astrology, and you know,
Yes. Yes,
we just
everybody deserves to understand their blueprint.
yeah,
Everybody deserves that knowledge. Get it.
it's
Get the knowledge.
validating.
Yes.
It's
100%.
validating. You know, we don't have to, you know, and I've heard this from some people that I've talked to about astrology, and it's like we don't have to let it dictate our lives. It's not what it is. You know, you got to take responsibility and control for your own choices in your own life. But it's super helpful and validating to understand, like, hey, this is what I was born into. This is
Right.
what this is what I chose, first of all, because we choose the birth time.
Thank you. Thank you. We choose all of it.
Yes, it is a soul choice.
We even
And
choose what moon phase we're born under. We choose every
yes,
last detail.
yes. So, you know, it's a connection to our oversoul. It's a connection to our higher self. And it's like, whoa, my soul chose this, you know? So it's a deeper connection. And it's like you can connect to your higher self through your charts because this is what your soul
Yeah.
chose. So it's a deeper connection on a soul level for sure.
Just another way of understanding who you are and why you're
Yeah.
here,
Yeah, I
why
love
you react a certain way to certain people, why all those, oh, you wait for the workshop, it's coming.
I'm so excited. Um, so I've got some cards here. I just wanted to,
Oh, yes, yes, I
right?
forgot.
They
Ooh,
are, it's
I
the
get a Carly
Moonology deck,
reading.
and it's basically like, I feel like it's very on brand right now. It's the Moonology deck, Moonology Manifestation by Yasmin Boland. Um, and you know, since we're talking about astrology, I figured this was relevant. So I'm going to read out the cards first. We've got last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. So work through your feelings.
Yep,
Last quarter moon in Aquarius,
of
reflect on your
course.
priorities. Full moon in Libra, find a balance.
Wow. Come
First,
on. What great advice already. You say no more.
it gets better.
Come
Okay,
on.
first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. What was I talking about? Discernment.
Oh
Assess the
my
situation,
God.
right? Full moon in Leo. Go wild. Didn't we just have a full moon in Leo?
Oh my God.
We just had a full moon in Leo.
Oh
Um,
my
depending on when
God.
you're watching this, it says go wild. So, you know, this is really about, okay, so first of all, you got to focus on your priorities. If you want to work with this energy wave and work with it in a constructive way that is for your highest and best and most joyful, miraculous way, reflecting on your priorities, what is it you want? What is it you want to create? What is it you want to do? How do you want to work with this energy wave? What is it you want to construct? You know, like working with this constructively would be really, really helpful for you, especially individually. The more you work on your individual stuff, as we know, the more it ripples out and helps other people. So it's really about focusing on your priorities. What are they? And priorities also mean like, listen, what do you do every single day? That's your priorities. So what you do every single day and what you focus and spend your time on are actually your priorities. And if that's not in alignment with what you want and what you want to do, then you got to reflect on your
That's very
priorities.
sixth house Virgo, what you're saying there, by the way. The Virgo, I think you pulled a Virgo thing. That's very sixth house.
Yeah.
Your daily routine, where you put your energy, how you, yeah, put it
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Assess the situation, right? So, you know, if you're not happy with your day to day, with what you're doing day to day, and they don't align with your priorities, you got to assess the situation, work through your feelings around this. So feelings might come up, you know, you got to let your feelings out, you got to work them out, you got to work them through in a healthy way. Work through your feelings around that, finding a balance, right? So if you have, certain responsibilities that you're doing, but you also have other priorities that you want to focus on, write a list for yourself. For an example, I needed to create more of a structure. So I needed to create more divine masculine energy in my life because I'm a blob if I don't. And I have sticky notes on my walls, and they literally say Monday to Thursday and then Sunday. Oh, so Sunday to Thursday, whatever, right? And each day has a different task. So I have,
That is so Virgo. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm seeing your
right?
anyway. Yep, yep, yep.
So I'm honing in the Virgo archetype right now, right?
Big time.
So
And Pluto's still in that sixth house.
yeah, I
It's
had
not
to.
in Virgo, but it's in the sixth house for you, which
Yeah,
is so
yeah,
Virgo. Yeah.
I had to because I was getting overwhelmed and stressed, and I also forget a lot. So I'm keeping everything up here, and I'm like, it's regulating my nervous system.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so Monday is this day, right? Like membership website, Tuesday is a high all day. Wednesday is the podcast and Instagram. Thursday is a high all day, right? So I'm like creating a structure where I know which day is for which thing. Now, you know, I can mix it up, but as long as I have a thing where I'm like, I can come down, I can sit at the desk and be like, okay, what am I focused on today? And it creates more of a focus where, um, and I did this from focusing on my priorities. So I wrote a list of my priorities. I'm like, okay, this is the top priority, and these are sub priorities in support of this priority. And these sub priorities, what am I doing every single day that's going to focus and help the collective for
Love
myself?
that.
And your priorities can be like a 6-month goal or 12-month goal or whatever it is. And you can have your main, your subs, and then from your subs, what are you creating day to day in support of that to
Love
work
it.
towards
That's so
that.
good.
Yeah, it's very Virgo, I guess.
I love how Virgo that is. It sounds
Divine
so
masculine.
familiar to me. It's how I work. I have a stellium in Virgo. Love
Yes.
it.
So let's honor our divine masculine energies, divine feminine energies this year. So I think that's really what they're talking about here. And also, you can re-listen to that because I probably talked really fast. The last message is go wild.
I wrote that
Go
down.
wild.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Because
So,
really be authentic you too. We said that in the
yeah,
beginning too. So go wild being yourself. Express
yes.
yourself. Speak your truth. Like just don't give a flying fiddler's fuck. Right?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. I mean, it's very Leo, right? And like, just even if you don't your big three isn't Leo, that's fine. You know what? You can still hone in the energy. What energy do you want to embody? Because if you
Yeah.
if you want that energy, embody the energy.
Where is Leo in your chart?
Yeah, where is it in
Find
your
Leo in
chart?
your chart.
Yep. Yep.
That's where you hone it in. That's where
Yep.
it'll work for you. Yep.
Um, and honor that, like it's really about courage and leadership and generosity. Um, it's a big roar and it's unapologetic. You think
Yes.
the lion, do you think the lion is gonna apologize?
No chance.
You think the lion is gonna be like afraid or stand behind the tree? No,
Nope.
no. It's the leader.
Absolutely the leader. Protective leader, let's say. Very
Yep.
protective of who he loves.
So, and all these cards, I know you can't see it, but all these cards, there's people and they're standing on cliffs and in mountains and in, taking a breath of fresh air and big, standing in a big pool of water with crystals around them. And it's like all these cards are very big and expressive. So, you know, and if this resonates for you, I mean, I would pull together your own type of reading from this in terms of what you're going to be going through in Pluto and Aquarius, and look up your charts. If you don't know your birth time, you can also call the hospital as well that you were born at and find out your birth time. Um, but I think it's going to be revolutionary in a good
Love
way.
it. Yep, in a good way. In a good way. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
We chose to be here for it. Think
we
about
did.
that.
We did.
We
We,
chose to be here for this.
yeah.
Pluto and Aquarius. Think about it. It's the biggest transit of our lifetime.
Yep. And if you're listening to this, you are a light leader in this new earth. Like if
Your
you're
voice
here,
notes need to be out there somehow, whether it's art, voice,
yep,
whatever it is.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Even if it's behind the scenes supporting other light leaders, because there are tons of people who are light leaders and how they're supporting is supporting the other light leaders,
Right.
you know, in
Yep.
community.
Yep.
Um, And it's all of us coming together really and creating a strong energetic wave in terms of positive change.
Love it. Love that. And we are all coming together. Look at how it's happening.
Yeah, it really is. It really
Yep.
is.
Yeah. Within the
Um,
destruction, the phoenix rises.
yeah. And I was thinking about, there's so much to say. But
Oh boy.
one more thing. I will say as well, and we talked a lot about certain job types, but I just want to say I this is what I'm specifically looking for. But there are tons of fashion artists and jewelry makers that I also personally know. But creative new earth jewelry and new earth fashion. Oh, I love it. I
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
I'm so excited. Okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many jobs that we could create.
New jobs. Yes. Just be
Like,
creative. Be
creative.
innovative,
And
Aquarius.
it's happening. Like, we've got snake rings, snake jewelry, like different innovative jewelry. Like I'm getting sunglasses and they have butterflies on them.
I, you're so cute. I love it.
Such a Leo.
Yes.
But
Look at me.
yeah, cosmic ethereal gowns that are like sparkly or like whatever you want, like whatever it is you want that are like, it could be black and like shiny blue, whatever. But there's so many jobs like this is what I'm personally looking for. So if anyone's listening and they're a fashion designer, this is your invitation to create whatever you want. But also I'm talking about I feel like in my mind, in my clairvoyance, how I'm seeing new earth frequencies in terms of design, it's going to be very ethereal and cosmic. And
Yes,
have you
it
ever seen on
is.
Instagram?
Right, you're right.
Have you ever seen on Instagram the like the little fairies that people create, the AI fairies that people create?
Yes.
Oh, they're so beautiful. And I'm like, I want to look like that every day.
Oh, you're such a fairy.
Yeah.
You're a lion fairy.
Lion fairy. And I'm like, I want the pearls on my cheek here. And I want, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, we can get into it if we want to talk about what it's going to look like, but
Oh, so fun.
it's going to be different. It's going to be different. So there are many jobs um, you know, to help support the look and the feel and the energy because of what it is, it's an energy of the new
Yeah.
earth. It's an energy.
Yep.
Um, I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm so
Me
excited.
too. To watch it all unfold. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And to be aware of it. We're
Yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah. I think being aware of it definitely helps so that you can make a conscious choice of which energy wave you want to opt into. Because it's all a personal choice, no good,
Yep.
bad, right or wrong. I know what wave I'm opting into, but you can choose your wave. You can create your own wave if you want.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
that's the whole point, right?
So exciting. It's so exciting. We should regroup in a few months.
Yes, let's do
Maybe
that.
on the summer solstice near your birthday-ish.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or the
Definitely
spring
summer
equinox, but
solstice.
that might not be soon enough. We
Yeah,
want
I
to
was
see.
gonna say, I was like spring.
Oh, I can't even wait.
Yeah.
It's so warm. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, definitely in the spring. And then, summer solstice is a whole vibe. I can't wait for spring.
I love, oh, I love all of it. Love all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
No, but thank you so much for having me
Beautiful.
on here. It's so fun.
Thank
Woo!
you so much. I'm going to leave all of Cheryl's info below, Instagram, where to book, workshops, very, very exciting stuff. So all that's going to be below. And you can connect with her. And I hope everyone has an amazing day, an amazing week. And let us know what you think of this episode. Share it on social media. You can tag me at Carly Spirit. And Cheryl, what's your IG?
Cheryl Laatsch Astrology.
Cheryl Laatsch Astrology. So you can tag us if you enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think and have an amazing day.
Stay
Bye.
magical. Bye.